Hey, g'day Southside. As you know, we've had to postpone our women's morning tea, but we've also made the decision that we're not going to have any face-to-face worship services this Sunday. We're going to be having one online service commencing at 9 o'clock. It wasn't an easy decision to make. I know how much it is that we appreciate and value gathering together for face-to-face worship. Catch up with others. We hear their voices as we're singing. We get to be able to share our prayers and to recognise that we're part of a bigger community. But over this past 16 months of COVID, for the 4 months that we had in lockdown last year and these other smaller lockdowns that we've had, what we keep being reminded is that the church is not only on Sunday. The church is not a building that we go to. The church is the people that we are and the way that we live out our faith in our homes, in our communities, in our workplaces, the way that we show our faith to our neighbours, to our friends, to our family. So I want to continue to ask you, how can you be the church where you find yourself? When people encounter you, how can they experience the love of Christ? The service that Jesus shows to us. How can they know that God is still in this world and active and drawing them into life? Because they can see the difference He makes in your life. A couple of practical suggestions that you may want to think about. First is just intentionally be available to linger. Make that space in your day where you can speak to people that you come across. And when you see your neighbours out in the yard, if they're available and you've got the time, how can you have a conversation? Think about the people that you come across regularly, the people who you see when you're out walking. You might see the same people in the coffee shop or hairdresser or something. Take the time to linger, to chat. But then as you do that, find points of connection. Remember their stories so that next time you meet them, you can pick up the conversation. And in doing that, what you're doing is that you're building a relationship, you're building a friendship that then allows you to go on to identify deeper needs, to find ways in which you can pray for them, or you can even ask them if you could pray with them, or to be able to talk about the importance of faith in your life. Look for opportunities that you can have to serve them. If you go into the shop, can you offer to pick something up for a neighbour? Can you look after their house, keep an eye on it, collect their mail when they're going away? Help them with their gardening? Or is it that you become available for them to serve you? Don't forget, that is equally about being the church, allowing other people to bless you. Can you invite people into your homes? Invite them in for morning tea? For something like that. But always be thinking, how can I be the church in my local area? How can I take the love of Jesus and share it with those who don't yet know it, with that intention that maybe something that the Spirit will do will prompt a deeper response in the life of their faith journey. The church is not just restricted to our 4 buildings. We are one church that meets in multiple locations, in your houses, in my house, in our 4 worship services, but wherever we find ourselves, because Christ is alive in you. So until I get to see you again face to face, blessings on you all.